Well, hello everyone and welcome to another growing guide here at Larry's Orchids. Today we're going to be covering a growing guide on Encyclicas and Epidendrums. They can be grown with the same information, so we're putting them together for ease on you. So it doesn't matter if you're growing a Epidendrum or an Encyclica, they're going to apply to the same information. So sit back and hopefully you're going to enjoy this episode. So first I want to point out though how beautiful these flowers are here on this Encyclica. We also have this Encyclica here as our second prop. They are so beautiful. They have the spidery, kind of wiry flowers that are just so attractive, and they're very, very interesting. So I just wanted to show you that because they are more of the exotic looking flowers that not many people expect to occur, and they're just something very unique and different. So hopefully you will give them a try. I think they're definitely worth a try, and personally these are my favorite kind of orchid. Man, I love these orchids right here. These Encyclicas are just so beautiful and exotic, and so hey, they got my vote for favorite orchid. So when it comes to sunlight for your Epidendrums and your Encyclicas, you want to give them as much sun as possible. We cannot stress this enough here at Larry's Orchids that sunlight is the secret to having a healthy orchid here. If you don't give them enough sunlight, they're not going to flower for you, so throw them in as much sun as possible. Direct south-facing window is what we prescribe for these orchids here, and they will do great for you in that. Now, when it comes to temperature, they're going to do great in just household temperature. 70 degrees is going to be fine, but also make sure that they are able to dry out in between their waterings. When you water, so this is going to cover the watering portion. When you water, you want to water them well and then let them dry. They need a period of dry in between because they will start to rot and the roots will begin to rot as well. Overwatering is a common problem with orchids, and so you need to just make sure that you offer a little bit of time for them to dry out. And how I like to tell if my orchids need watering is I water them first, let them be nice and wet, as in water is coming out the bottom. Then what I like to do is I like to pick them up and feel what that's like. And then what I like to do is I like to wait for them to dry out. I wait for them to be completely dry. I pick them up. I notice that weight difference. That way I can tell when they need water and when they don't need water, because constantly watering is never a good thing for your orchids, as we've talked about before. So that's just a quick tip that I like to hand out for knowing when your orchids need watering. Also, when it comes to the growing medium, you want to give them a very loose bark medium, because they don't like to have that water sitting around the roots very long, because it will again lead to root rot. With fertilizer, they're not picky. When it comes to fertilizing, we just use our regular in-house average orchid blend. So I will post a link to the description box with what we use, but they're not picky when it comes to fertilizer. So whatever you usually use for your orchids, that's what you want to give them. And lastly comes humidity. We always get asked a lot, am I giving my Encyclicas enough humidity? And the thing is that they really only require 50 to 60% humidity to do fine. So regular household humidity is going to be fine to grow these, and they're going to do very well for you as well. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it is really simple to grow these, but they are so beautiful. So if you enjoyed and you learned something new, please click the subscribe button. That helps out a lot, simply because it helps us know who we're reaching. It also helps you stay up to date on all the other cool tips and tricks and growing guides we're doing on this channel. And if you have any friends that are into growing Encyclicas or Epidendrums, or they've been wanting to get into them, let them know that this is not that hard of a plant to grow, and it's a great exotic one that not many people have in their house. So it's a good conversation piece. It's also a great addition to a hobby or a beginner. So yeah, give it a try, and send them a link to this video as well, because I think it'll help them out. And lastly, if you saw anything on this episode that you're interested in purchasing or looking at, all the links can be found in the description box below. I always add them for you guys, so hopefully you all will check them out. So until next episode, this is Luke from Larry's Orchids, thanking you for making us the #1 stop shop for all your orchid and tropical needs. Take care, everyone. Bye.